I would not trust an elevator like this with my life. It's gonna shake and make noises like that.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. It's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Right. Let's get into the car then. You know what?
You know the way. You can drive.
Let's just use the quick travel. Why not? No reason to just drive around.
Where to?
No reason to just drive around blindly.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
You're ranting on my driving, Roy, and you crashed right into a lamppost. I am disappointed in you. Really disappointed. You're a worse driver than me. I can at least avoid the lampposts. Alright, let's go to the morgue. I don't really understand why every hospital has to have a morgue. Well, no, that makes sense, I suppose. But why does the hospital... Why does the hospital always have to be right next to the police station?
Walking down the street. Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Okay.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Okay. Let's look at the bodies first. Ew! No, I don't want to look at that body.
What the hell?
And I've seen that body. I have no idea what that guy was screaming about. Maybe he found a dust bunny in his... something? I don't know.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal, thanks for the lead.
You don't have to be such an ass, Roy. Jeez. I mean, thinking about it, your paycheck's only gonna go up more if I help you solve this case in full.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Oh.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get any on the side?
So much random conversation that doesn't make sense. Well, let's head to interview room 2.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julie.
Okay. Let's ask about his relationship with the victim.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Why do I feel that's not the end of it?
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Okay. First time relationship was actually used rather literally.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
I have a feeling you're not telling the full truth here.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Oh, well that's strange, because if I recall, the housekeeper said that the guy was from San Francisco.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Huh. Let's finally ask about this burglary suspect.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
He looks surprised for a second there. He knows something.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I persuaded him.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Guy's lying through his teeth.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
All right.
He's in that car at the lights.
Right. So, if I recall correctly, it actually does make sense that they could both tell that this guy was never in the Marines. To one extent, because I believe
He was
Phelps...
squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Well, the thing is, I believe Paul was in the 6th Marines, so he's actually rather familiar with who would be in and who would not be in the 6th Marines.
Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive.
Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to navigate through this damn traffic. On another note, this guy is moving a little faster than Miss Grandma
I expected a
Taxi.
cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
They talk way too much during these chase scenes. Tailing scenes, I mean. Also, this guy drives a lot faster than the Grandma Taxi driver from before, so I need to make sure I don't lose him because he's moving faster. Gotta keep him at a distance, but not get too close.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Oh, he's actually quite a far ways away. There he is, up there. Changing lanes. Of course, all these frickin' intersections start getting in the way. It's like the light changes immediately after he passes through the intersection. Might be getting a little too close. And he's speeding up too. Well, the good news is we're almost through with the vehicle tailing section. Unfortunately, I'm sure most of you can guess what that means.
Never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Oh crap. Speed up. Ah! Oh crap. Didn't realize he was speeding that far away. Want to keep a distance. In any case, he's gonna pull over here in a sec, and that'll be the end of the car tailing sequence.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he wants. I'll stay with him. See how he intends to spend the money.
Alright.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Puff it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
So unfortunately, this means we got a tailing sequence. I'm just being very cautious here, because this guy checks behind him quite a lot. Find the doorway to duck behind? Not there. See, he's checking behind him. Sly bastard's checking to make sure he's not being tailed. Check camera angle. And he's crossing that street there. Alright, need to close the distance. Unfortunately, this is something I seem to be really bad at doing. Don't run me over, because in the test play I got run over twice. Might show the footage from that. Okay, he's right there. Still got him well in sight. Don't know why it flashes like that. It's only supposed to do that when you're in danger of losing him. Let's turn down a side alley, so we shouldn't have to worry about him catching us at the moment. Just in case.
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
What have we here? A travel company.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Well, what is this then?
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
Oh
The
god.
guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Dearest Beverly, with love and affection always, Jay. Well, shit. Better go find a telephone on the other side of the road.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. So, we now have a choice. We could return to the station, or we could go see what Patrolman Willis has to say. Well, of the two, I suggest we go check with the patrolman first. Actually, wait. Actually, no. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We're going to the 9th Beat.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
I see.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Let's go.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh, hey, look. Oh, God. Damn it. Worst time to reload.
Stay down.
Come on. I know you're there.
Find some cover.
Come on. I see you hiding behind that crate. Am I just, like, hitting the crate?
Reinforcements on the way. Cease and desist.
Got that one.
Let's move.
Got him.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Right. Well, now we have a new person of interest, this Willie character.
Can you drive to this one?
So let's now head back to the police station.
Where are we going?
The next cutscene.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Alright. Let's hope we can get some answers at Central.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where Arnett comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, boy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Let's see here. Yes, here it is right here.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Hold on, what's this?
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Wait a sec. What else is there here? There's...
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
What else is here? Oh, God.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Well, now we have a new place to go. The Eavestrom residence. Blair, can't speak. Alright, let's quick travel over there then.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Yes, the Eavestrom residence. Aren't you reading my notes? Or are you even taking notes yourself, Roy? Am I the only one who's actually doing any work on this whole thing?
So you and Rusty have been having discussions.
You hear him in musical
Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
You hear him.
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
That was maybe one of the nicest things I've ever heard Roy say to me. Unfortunately, there was actually a little more to that conversation. I guess we won't learn that for a little bit.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Alright, so let's ask about those items, shall we?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
But wait, what? That can't be right.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are, making heinous accusations in my own home?
Well, I might not be a pawnbroker, but we know a pawnbroker, and he says this cigarette case is actually $10,000.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
I see. What about this burglary report?
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Well, she's kind of dodging the point, but at the same time she's being pretty straight with us, so I'll believe her on this one.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
What the heck?
Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.